Okay. We're rolling. Oh, we got one more for you, folks. It's Kimberly Dykeman here at Tall Geek Austin Party. It's the 8th annual. We're at Union Park, beautiful downtown Austin behind me. And it's amazing who's showing up tonight because it's not just all programmers and engineers. We've actually got
filmmaker.
A filmmaker. We've got Rob Wheeler.
Hello.
Tell us about you and yours. You don't have to use an accent.
Oh,
That's my little shtick.
It helps when I'm being pretentious about my movie. No, I wrote and directed a movie called The Krone Experiment that I shot here in Austin a few years ago. A local cast and crew, and then I put it in my little home office on my Macintosh with all its special effects and that kind of thing. And I'm selling it on DVD at thekroneexperiment.com.
And what's it about? And you actually mentioned that your dad's behind it.
Yes, my dad's an astrophysicist, studies supernovae. But he wrote it.
Does he wear a pocket protector?
No, he's a very charming, affable guy. And so, but he wrote this science fiction novel called The Krone Experiment, got published 20 years ago. And then after I went to film school, I thought, I can make this. So I adapted my dad's book into a movie. And we made it
so
sort of
awesome.
Like the world's greatest home movie kind of thing.
But a father and son kind of spiel.
It was a father and son kind of thing. It was, and I had a producing partner named Ben Pascoe, and then he got his father, who was an actor, in it, and so there are all these Pascoes and Wheelers involved in it, so it's multi-generational.
It sounds like a good mix. If there's a Pascoe or a Wheeler involved, it's going to be good, folks.
It is. It's a really good mix.
Fantastic. So what else do you fill your plate with? Because you're one of those people that's like, well, today I'm going to do writing, editing, and this, and then tomorrow I'm going to invent something else. I'm going to draw
a graphic novel on the web, and then and then I'm going to write an interactive fiction game. You know what interactive fiction is? If I say Zork, will your geeky audience know what that is?
They just might. Zork.
Zork. No, there used to be this company that would write, before there were a lot of the processing power to do graphics, they just wrote interactive stories. So you would see the text describing it. Well, that is no longer commercial, but it became a hobbyist medium. So for the past 10 years, me and some other people have been writing these games much more seriously, improving the storytelling, getting much more involved about, character depth and plot and that kind of thing. And now those are becoming marketable skills as video games for the Xbox want writers who can write interactive stories. So I'm now pursuing that because suddenly it's a good marketplace for it.
And they're getting very competitive.
They're getting, suddenly they're realizing, if we hire a writer, our sales go up and people talk about it like it was a really good game. So it's like a good thing. Little did I know my little hobby was going to actually be marketable someday.
It's a right place, right time kind of scenario.
It really is, yeah.
I bet your dad's proud.
I think he is, yes.
So is there something just sort of brilliant coming out in the forefront because you live in Austin, Texas, and that's helping you germinate a new idea? Or?
How is Austin helping me do all this? Well, I mean, I just went to the Austin Game Developers Conference a couple of weeks ago.
Fun, huh?
Yeah, and it had a writing track, so I met all these other writers, and we were all like, we're all writers, we're all doing this, it's a really exciting time, and I got into a little community there, and that was very helpful, because the next job might come from somebody who knows me, and like, oh yeah, I met him at the thing, maybe he can do this thing that I'm a little too busy to do, and so that's what I'm hoping for anyway.
Right. Well, you know what? Not like I'm trying to sell Austin to people. What is groovy about this town is that more and more when you go to a conference, stuff happens.
Right.
People aren't just standing there schmoing around because they want a day off from work.
Yeah, I learned
they want to eat crappy food or something like that. Yeah. But people network and work at it.
Right.
They actually make connections that are going to be positive. Yeah, they get rid of the crap and they're like, okay, why are we both here?
Right.
And we may hit a happy hour later, but why are we here? Let's invest in the day and let's walk out of it with something that is plausible.
Yeah, and those happy hours are important too, actually. That's
it's a perfect example, but it sounds like this gaming conference was. They push the envelope each time. The Initech conference, it pushes it next time because it's like people aren't just farting around here.
Yeah, and it helped because I was a local Austin guy, and a lot of people were coming from all over the world, and they're like, "Oh, Austin, and where should we go eat?" And
exactly.
Kind of thing, so.
Yeah, and then when you can make references and like, "Oh, I'll get you a reservation."
We tried to walk to Las Meninas. I'm like, "We can't walk there today, guys. It's not there anymore." And they're like, "What? That was our favorite place." I'm like, "I don't know." So I had to break the news to them that Las Meninas was no more.
Sorry about that. Let's just have a moment for them.
Anyway.
Rob, thanks for taking the time.
Thank you.
Again, it's thecroneexperiment.com. People can go and check out
with a K.
With a K. Check out the DVD.
Yes.
Look for your name in the new gaming opportunities out there.
Yes.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Do you have a personal site as well?
It's raddial.com, raddial.com. It's got all my portfolio. It's got drawings and writings and a bunch of other stuff.
Okay. You looked odd when you said that. Rad dial?
It used to
Do you know it or not?
In the late 80s, it was a multi-line bulletin board system, and now it's a website.
Okay.
It was something I did in high school.
Well, they'll go to it anyway, whether you like it or not. So there's Rob for you.
Thank you.
Check out his sites. Again, thanks for taking the time.
Thank you.
And again, we are at the 8th annual GeekAustin Pocket Protector Party at Union Park in downtown Austin. I'm Kimberly Dykeman, and thanks for joining us.
Bye. Thanks. Oh.
It doesn't help when you...